Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how are you? It is me, it is JP with Wise Guys Gaming, and I am going to show you something because I'm on the case today. I played a match this morning, unintentionally. I intended to do practice, and I just hit start, and when you just hit start, it goes straight to whatever the game mode is, and it went to quick match. And I ended up on a team with this gentleman here, Mr. Silent Guardia, or Mrs., who knows? And the first thing we got was the Hide More. Now, when I saw Hide More, I actually thought it was on the other team, and it took me a while to realize, oh no, that's somebody on our team who decided that comms were going to be their playground today. One of my team spotted Storm, and that was fine. And then we started getting this. Need healing on low health. I'm sorry. My bad. Hello. No heals GG. I stepped in and said, shh, shh, shh. And the response was, healers DPS LOL. Game's over, so it will be quiet soon, noob. We lost by 100. What the F? Trash. 9-6. Shh. 0 heals. Keep DPS healer. LOL. It's working. 10-7 SQ. Shh. And GG, no heals to the match. Now, I would like to present evidence to you for the assertion of the fact that this person was wrong, and there actually were heals. And that not only was this person wrong, not only was there actually heals, but that this player played a role in the team's demise far greater than what they were accusing. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to present to you first the match in and of itself. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. In this, our team's, I guess, stat sheet, scoreboard, whatever, you will see that our healers had 8,000 damage, 8,000 healing, and 10,000 healing done. And not only was 10,000 healing done, but 10,000 was in fact the most healing in the match. Our opposing healers could not keep up with our healing output. You will also see, even though this number is a little bit skewed, our our magic did in fact do some pretty decent damage. And I will further assert that our magic did very good damage. And the reason I say that is because most of this was done in 2 rounds. 2 rounds of a 3-round match, you ask? What gives? Well, let's find out what gives by taking a look at the match itself. Now, this is the 3rd time I've done this, but I'm going to present this information to you, and I'm going to let you guys choose what went wrong. Okay? Skip. I started with Captain America.
We keep fighting until
based on our team's composition. We have a lot of range on our team. And so instead of going with the range, I decided to swap it back
30 seconds
and go with
Get ready.
with a more tanky tank in Doctor Strange. But we're not gonna watch me, guys. We're gonna watch
All you need to do is
our
capture the
complaints.
mission area. Got it?
Also, I'm gonna do this, and I think that's neat that you can turn that off now. Good job. Look at Nitties. Good job, Nitties. Now, our DPS magic is a bit of a, what's the word we use? Is a flanker. The goal of this flanker is to go back and try to deal damage to squishes, right? Right here, engaged on the tank because that's where the team was. Then, at some point, made the proper decision to not deal damage to the tanks and to take the opportunity on these specialists. Smart move. Good job. Then, the door is now open for us to attack the tanks. The tanks receive their healing, and suddenly, we are on the right side of the battle. Very quickly the tide turns. They don't have the healing to keep up with this, and thankfully, we're able to stagger them because they're just getting back in time. The Thor and the healers are just getting back, and the Captain America has just died. So he's going to run a little bit late to the fight next fight. I don't like this positioning push here, but it does have dividends because this Cloak and Dagger jumped out just a little too early and allowed them to get caught up in the corner. Which then, of course, allows Sue to be the only one healing, which makes him off balance. Because Sue's the only one healing, the Thor down there has to fight basically on his own, which gets him killed, and it just kind of staggers the way they're going. Because it's really good play. This flank play is actually working out to our advantage. We have a strong front line. Whoops, that's not what I meant. We have a pretty strong front line. We can kind of keep them busy and occupied. Shield goes up. I said shield goes up. I didn't put the shield up. Why didn't I put the shield up? There it goes. Okay. Our DPS gets back. Starts taking attacks on the side here. Having a wonderful day. I guess I do need to keep this up so you can see the. I gotta fix that part. They're doing a pretty good job though. I like the way they're working. Anyway, came back from death. Decided to look around. Made a point to say that the other team was hiding. Told them to keep hiding or hide more. But they weren't necessarily hiding, they're just using the map to their advantage. There's no need for them to pour out to a place that we've already got set up and defended, when they can, particularly when they have some range, when they can kind of come around the corner and take their shot from there, from safety, as they're supposed to. You're not supposed to stand in the open and shoot because you can get hit that way. Really fun. Anyway, Hawk's ult here, I think it's a questionable ult call, but it does try to help us secure the point and keep us out of overtime, I guess. So I'm not mad at it. I just think that we probably could have done it and kept the ult for the beginning of the next round. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter. So that is round one. And the only message that was received at that point were pings for Storm and the hide more to the enemy team. Round two, as you might imagine, is where everything starts to fall off the rails.
The time entanglement is a vexing.
When a problem comes along, you must skip it.
I would
Still no problems, right?
There is
Back off me and back to our vocal friend.
Got it?
That's what we're going to call them right now, vocal friend. Comes in and again wants to flank. Takes the flank angle but decides not to because in this map you're going to funnel into that, so if you take that flank angle you're going to get caught. Instead makes a nice decision to jump off, pressuring the Hela, getting the kill, and then take this off angle. Now at this point we're all fighting at the choke point up front. This is the perfect time to get your kill on your specialist. Could have gotten the kill there but missed his skill shot. Again, he's got skills that kill him. That sounds terrible. He's got the skills to secure this kill very easily because they don't see him there. He just has to hit. Missed there, got his 2 special attacks, and then missed his uppercut. That's his fault. Still got some shields in there. Took the health pack before their Cloak and Dagger got it. Comes back around this side and picks up the health pack. Meanwhile, we're still fighting. We're still dying. We just lost one of our support. Another support is sitting there by himself, kind of watches him die, and just kind of dances around. Not a single kill was secured at this point. Okay, so let's just look at this again. Okay, we're gonna look at this again. Keep in mind, we are all still fighting together. We are bundled up, right? Trying to go back to the right spot. Because I want to give him benefit of the doubt. Because again, did pretty well at this point. Pretty decent damage. I think most damage we've got. Misses skill shot. Gets 2 hits in. Misses the other skill shot. These things happen. It's okay. But because you don't go back in, you don't get the kill. Takes the health pack. Still low. They're looking at you. Backs up. So we're still playing the man down right now. Uses skill shots on air. Assuming Stalk Cloaking back. Came back, got the heals. Instead of going in where the team was, came back around for the flank point. Miss again. Started getting the hits. Cloak and Dagger does a smart thing, gets out of there. Comes back and gets the heal. Takes another shot. Actually hits the full shot. We're down 3 at this point. And then gets melted. And this is when you start getting the hello, as in, why aren't you guys healing me? Why aren't you healing me? Through the entirety of that exchange,
I got you.
missed most of his more attacks than he made. Missed way more attacks than he made. But he's mad, and when we're still fighting, went out to find health packs, leaving us something down, leaving us without damage. We had some of them low on health at points where he could have gotten those kills, was not there to do so. And they got old. Like, it's hard to fight a Storm Bolt. I'm not mad at him not getting Storm Bolt, but it just happened. Alright. So comes back, again, trying to fester Cloak and Dagger, that's perfectly fine. But did not get the kill because Cloak and Dagger had the, and that is, again, this is the thing that happens. Cloak and Dagger popped ult. So, best thing to do is back out of that, right? Now, at this time, as you see, we had both of their tanks dead. 1 tank dead, 2 tanks dead. Adam Warlock revives them. So now they're getting back, and while they're being healed back up to full health, goes and finds his own health. Now we start to lose. Now we're down 2. We went from being up 2 to being down 2. And that's when he joined this fight. And then he gets melted because we're outnumbered on the point. What to do? And the idea is, well, the DPS is in cloak form and not dagger form. Should have been healing me the whole time. Sir, it was 1v6. It was like, well, I'm sorry, it was like 2 or 3 v6. The healing wasn't gonna matter. And this is when we start getting things like, we're doing, this is DPS healing, etc. As you saw early on. But as you see, that's not the case. And like, there's no good line of sight from the flank angles that he's coming from if we're coming from the main entrance. It's hard to keep up with you that way. It's hard to keep you alive. Once again, goes for the Hellas, finally gets a kill. Finally gets a good pick there. But mainly because the enemy team was focused on our whole team fighting the other part. And so while we get wiped out, I mean, you got your Hella kill, but what does that really do? What does that really do? So, this is where I made the unfortunate decision to reply with just, because it was something to the effect of no heals, GG, or something like that. Quitting out the game, basically. And so my reply was just a simple shh, which was intended to mean, hey, let's argue about this later. Let's just win the match now.
30 seconds before you attack. Get
and
ready.
then it became, oh no, we got DPS healers, no heals, 0 heals, yada yada yada. Keep in mind right now, max damage goes to this player. 7,000 damage, right? Not the max on kills, but max damage. Max healing is on our... No, it's not on our team at this point.
5, 4, 3,
But we
2,
are 2 and 3 out of 1, 2, 3, and 4, right?
All you need to do is capture
Fast
the
forward
mission
just a
area.
little bit on this
Got
end.
it?
What's our player doing?
Hey, quick cue. Does anyone get the feeling that
He got
Lily has
upset
bigger plans than just
with the
ruling
fact
Asgard?
that he was getting called out, that he's whining and complaining about stuff, and decides to say that. Meanwhile, we come in, push the point, get an early pick. Ah, son, you did. Putting good damage on these players. Curing the point almost. And he's back in the back. Laughing and joking, laughing at the team, basically, saying that he's not at me so much. I think he called me a noob at some point, but the vast majority of this is him mad at the DPS. Or not the DPS, but the healers. Who are healing. They're doing a pretty good job here healing. Now, clearly, at this point, they're going to get more heals than the other team's going to get heals, simply due to the fact that the other team is not going to take as much damage, because our main damage dealer, at this point, is staying back. So, clearly, they're going to get a better chance to get more heals, or our guys are going to get more heals in, which is going to put them in an elevated position. But they weren't not healing. They were commiserate with what was going on with the game. And now, while we're trying to make these pushes, we're fighting a man down. And he's just watching. Now here's my favorite part. Not only is he just watching, but at some point, when the team starts to die here, we start to get a bit of a team wipe, makes the conscious decision to move back towards spawn to make it look like he wiped too. He just spawned here, guys. He just spawned here. We all died there. Nope. We know what it is. You just trash. And this is what and this is where I don't mind calling him trash. I don't want to call him trash because of his gameplay. I want to call him trash because of his attitude. And this particular thing, ladies and gentlemen, is what I mean. The upset nature he had because he didn't get heals in round 2 does not look at the fact that he was not in position for good healing in round 2. The first time, he was right near the front line with us, so the vast majority of the time, he caught those heals. He could still do his damage, he'd come back and catch those heals. But now that his flanking strategy did not have a pocket healer, apparently, he decides to quit. He just decides to stand there. Now, our Cloak and Dagger decided to stand there too, but that's realizing that the game is basically over because we're not getting a good push because our damage dealer decided, I'm just going to sit back. And I think that's a little garbage. I think that's a terrible thing. And I would like to say that the play of this player was arguably more damaging to our efforts than the healing. I wouldn't even say arguably. I take that back. No, not even arguably. That the player's play was more damaging than the healing. We went through an entire stretch where skill shots and regular shots were missed, right? Nobody's telling him he needs to hit those skill shots. Nobody's telling him, hey, you got to get that pick. Nobody's flaming him on that. We just keep playing. The instant things don't go the way this player wants, oh, it's a problem. Oh, I'm not playing. Oh, you got the clown. Oh, DPS, healer. And I'm just like, don't be that guy. Just play the game. You can argue all you want to after it. Just play the game. But you let me know. Based off the evidence presented, do you think this player was in the right? Do you think our side was in the right? What do you feel? Again, the majority of his messages came in the third round when he decided he was done playing. And it was all these things here. I think no heals GG was the end of the second round. So I replied with shh. And then it was just all him talking trash. Trash. And none of it was warranted. Not a single bit of it was necessary. None of it. Meanwhile, the person he said was playing DPS healer ends up with the most heals in the game. And again, there's some other factors that go into that, but did end up with most heals in the game. I don't know what to tell you, man. I legitimately don't know what to tell you. So you tell me where this does. Do you think that I've presented enough evidence to show that Silent Guardia here, or Guardia, whichever, in fact, was more detrimental than our support? Let me know in the comments. Or do you think it was me? Maybe it was me. Shoot, I don't know. I don't think I was playing necessarily all that great. I did some decent damage block, but most of the reason I did good damage block, to me, was because my healers had my back. And I'm not going to lie about that. They had my back throughout this game, and it worked out very well for me. But I do think it was winnable. And personally, for me, this was the reason we had an issue. I don't like it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll holler at you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.